Yeah. Did you have any fears of like how it was going to affect your F1 by continuing? Because I feel like a lot of people are, fear that first year jobs or how other people think when they're doing something separate on the side.
So I think you have to, the balance has to be that medicine is your job. And if it's making you tired or not perform as well, obviously that you can't do that. That is your job. And there's a line of professionalism that you have to stay within as well. So other people can say whatever they want. You as a medical professional cannot say whatever you want. You can say slightly controversial things, but you have to be within a little boundary. And generally people were quite supportive of it. I think it's an unusual hobby to have, and people were more interested in it than they were criticizing it. And often the first question would be, when are you next on? When can we come to a show? And I had one of my consultants when I was in F2 come to a show I did at the Comedy Store in Manchester with his son, and he loved it. And I've had groups of friends coming.
That's such a great validation as well. I mean, also just making sure that everything balances out. But did you ever feel that you were restricted by your material because of your career as a doctor?
Yes. Yeah. I definitely. And you have to be really careful with anything you're doing as a doctor. So both on stage, but also on the internet as well. So many people on Instagram or on YouTube at the moment, so many new medics in the past year or two. And you just have to be really, really careful. Because people complain, people like to complain. That's a hobby of people's, and every little thing you do, they'll find something to complain about. And I know when Ali Abdal made a video about how he uses his iPad as a doctor, and someone complained that he doesn't take clinical governance seriously enough, and the hospital
that he had to pull it down. I think.
Yeah. So he had to take it down and re-edit it, and he didn't get in serious trouble for it. But at the same time, you can get in trouble for these things, so you have to be very careful. But I think at the same time, you just think, if in a week's time, am I going to look at this and regret this? And if the answer is no, then probably what you're doing is fine.